just a 23-foot towing length with all the added benefits you get with a fifth wheel RV, like the added ceiling height, easier to tow than a travel trailer. Plus, with Alliance specifically in this 2027 Alliance Avenue 23 ML, you are getting an RV that comes from an independent RV manufacturer, where most RVs you look at are owned by big giant umbrella corporations. Alliance is independently owned. All reasons why you might want to consider something like this fifth wheel RV here. My name is Miles, encouraging you to live more firmly unbound. Let's go take a look. Come on. Right off the bat, one of the biggest benefits to a fifth wheel RV like this is going to be its size. Now, a lot of people, when they're thinking about easeability with travel, it's typical that a travel trailer like these Alliance Deltas that we see here might come to mind first, but there's actually quite a few advantages to going the fifth wheel route, and one of them is that your towing length is actually going to be much shorter for the same amount or even more interior living space than you get on a travel trailer RV, because this entire portion of the fifth wheel goes up over the bed of your truck. Now, there are drawbacks because you also lose a lot of the ability to stack things up in the bed of your truck in terms of storage during transportation, but it does tow a lot easier being a fifth wheel RV than a travel trailer does because of the shortened length as well. So lots of different things to compare with your options there. Now, as we look at the floor plan layout and the specs here, you can see what that looks like. Nice things here, like a 48-gallon freshwater tank, 106 gallons of total gray water capacity, and then the total dry weight on this is just 8,270 pounds. It does have a 1,200-pound hitch weight, so that still puts this in something where I will always recommend a 3/4 ton truck for any sort of fifth wheel RV. There will be some people that will debate about that. You guys can debate amongst yourselves about that. I will always say get a 3/4 ton truck when looking to tow a fifth wheel RV. Now, outside real quick, we have an outdoor kitchen setup on this. Really nice touch that you get with this floor plan here. So you get a grill and griddle cooktop here with the outdoor kitchen setup, and you get a mini fridge as well, giving you a designated cooking spot and place to keep some beverages and whatnot outside. So really appreciate that. They have the new raised logo here along the side, so you can see how that sticks out off the side and has that 3D look, which is really nice. White awning arms, black awning fabric with the LED light strip there. Everything about the exterior looks really clean. You have your storage space down through here. Now, no drop frame on this fifth wheel RV, so you don't get the taller storage space like you get in the full profile fifth wheel RVs, but this fifth wheel is designed to be lightweight and compact, so not really concerned about that as much. You have a really nice looking aggressive new front cap design there. Nice LED lights here with a diffuser beam over them that give it that glowing effect. And then that's all we're going to go over on the outside for now. We'll come back out in a little bit, but let's go look at what y'all want to see, which is the interior. So we open up the door. We have the new composite steps here that allow dirt to fall through those cracks, and these have a nice black finish to them. Stepping inside, no privacy shade installed on the window, but you can install one yourself if that is something that you would like. Azdel composite sidewalls, both inside and out, with a fiberglass finish on the outside. And then walking in, 101-inch wide body construction on this as well. Most fifth wheel RVs you see that have this floor plan layout, because this is certainly not original to Alliance and their Avenue series, most of them are going to be 96 inches wide. That extra 5 inches of width does certainly make a difference. And look at how nice this open space is inside of here. You have cuddle-friendly seating. So if you want to cuddle up next to your spouse, or if you have an animal that you want to sit there as well, or just a grandchild or child, whatever it may be, definitely great seating here. You're going to have your TV directly across from this space, and that looks like that is a 50-inch screen TV. And then you have a JBL sound system here with speakers in at the ceiling. Legless dining table, so you don't have to worry about hitting your legs on anything, and then this will drop down and make into a bed. So you see the posts here. This has a little strut-assisted system allowing that to drop down into a bed formation. A little bit of rounded cushions here, making it easier for you getting in and out of that space so you don't knock your knees on anything. And then you have a cloth finish on this furniture here, whereas your recliners are like the fake leather material that we typically see in RVs. Pull strap to recline those, and they will lay back as well. And then we have a French door style refrigerator set up here. So a good space with that. Kind of has that condensed residential look. Ooh, let's see if I can get both these to stay open at the same time. There we go. We're not exactly level, so that door wants to close on me. But we have a freezer portion right here as well with a drawer there and a nice deep bin for your freezer. Outlets with USB ports here on the wall. And then you do have dimmer switches throughout different areas of this fifth wheel as well. So you can see there's a step down system here with that switch. to dim the lights in your slide out. You'll have the same thing for the ceiling as well. Furrion AC up here in the ceiling. Nice that you have the touch controls on there if you can reach them, but it will also have a remote to control those. Now, as we get through some of this storage space here, I first want to see, okay, the TV will not drop down, but it does swivel out, so you can swivel it around. Got some storage space here, and then plenty of storage throughout this area, kind of like a grayish white look to the cabinetry color here. Big countertop space with this rear kitchen setup, and everything here is accessible while you're going down the road, except for maybe your stove and oven there, as that slide out's going to block that space, but your refrigerator will be fully accessible with the slides closed, as well as your bedroom and bathroom. 3-burner gas stove. Got a pretty standard 5th wheel size oven there, and then a big pots and pan drawer underneath here. Now for your drawer construction, they're using 1/2-inch glazed birch wood with staples for the construction. On some of your drawers, well, pretty much all of your drawers, you're going to have these reinforcements down underneath here as well that allow you to add more weight in there without that sagging or dropping out, which is very nice. No heat vents in the floor, so you see it there underneath the cabinetry, and then nice big storage here underneath your sink with a shelf there, and you have individual shutoff valves on the water lines. Got a spot there for a trash can. Nice good area to use there for that. And then you have windows along this space as well. Residential size microwave. A lot of stuff in this size will have a smaller microwave and some storage around there. AC is ducted through the space, so you can see your AC vents that you can redirect, and you have a bigger vent fan over this area so you don't set off the smoke detector while you're cooking in this space. It is prepped for a Starlink satellite system, and then here in this pantry space you can see your adjustable shelving right here, and you do see the little port there for some Starlink hardware. There's the light. The light didn't want to go on for me, but it does have a motion activated light in the space. Have a little shelf here with light switches and USB ports in that space. Soft close hinges on your cabinet doors, big storage with that. And then little coffee bar area, outlets up underneath the cabinetry. And you can see your drawers here. This is not actually a lot of storage there because of the breakers and fuses, but you can see what some of that storage looks like. And there's certainly a wide enough walkway to get through this space comfortably. Got a little shoe cubby area next to your entry door, which is always appreciated. And then we have manual switches for all of the controls on this 5th wheel RV, including 12-volt heat pads on your water tanks. But like the manual control setup there, here's your step down dimmer light switches for the ceiling. Have a handle going up the stairs here, plus you also have a little bit more of shoe cubby storage there under the step. And as we go into the bedroom and bathroom, let's go bedroom first, switch it up a little bit. This door is stopped right there, and it's kind of causing like a little angled entrance into the space. But in the space, nonetheless, this is a 66 by 80-inch Olympic queen size bed. So it's basically a wider queen size bed here. You do have room to walk around the bed to some degree. It does have a slant down in the ceiling here, which is not a big deal, but as I get behind the camera, you can see as I walk this way, it starts to condense down. Ceiling height in the rest of the space is about 6'4", maybe 6'5". But you're going to be getting into the bed anyway, so it's not a big deal typically for that slant down to be there. Even reaching into this cabinetry and whatnot, I kind of just naturally duck down anyways to look inside there. And then you have a drawer right here, outlets right here as well, and you have some hidden storage up underneath that space. Take that sticker off and that's going to be concealed really well if you want to conceal anything in that space. Got storage underneath the bed. Mattress on the bed is going to be a pretty standard RV style mattress. Nothing too crazy to talk about there. And then we come along this way and we are prepped for a washer and dryer in this 5th wheel RV. So if you are wanting a smaller profile 5th wheel RV to travel in full time, Alliance does also come with a full-time RVing warranty if you want to do that. If not, you just have a bunch of additional storage there. Spot for a TV on the wall here directly across from your bed with a smaller AC here in the bedroom that will also be ducted through to the bathroom. Let's step back out of this room and go to the bathroom, where here in the bathroom, we're going to have a sliding pocket door there. Has a latch here to keep it shut, or keep it open, I should say, while you're going down the road. Going to have wrapped countertops here in this bathroom compared to the solid surface countertops in the kitchen space, but you do have a stainless steel sink, medicine cabinet here. Keep in mind, some of these things sometimes just have to do with weight as well, as they're trying to keep this very lightweight and compact for you. Plastic 2-piece shower here in the bathroom, porcelain foot flush toilet there. Yeah, flip down hooks to hang some towels. And then as we step in this shower, ceiling height in here looks great. With the skylight there, that looks like that's probably good for about 6'5", maybe 6'6" or so. Shower head does sit a little low, so I'd have to duck to get underneath that. but it is a nice upgraded big shower head there that you get, and a lot of width here as well in this shower. Flexible shower curtain. And as I turn the camera back around, you have some shelving here to put some different items here in your shower. And then a good amount of floor space, actually. It's really, you know, a little bit more than it seems. 2 drawers there and storage underneath here. Again, individual shut-off valves on your water lines there. And some storage right here as well. Wow, that's actually very deep storage. You could fit all of your towels in there. So that's pretty much everything on the interior of this fifth wheel RV. There's a few things to talk about on the outside as well, including the price. So let's get to those. Come down here, we're going to have a Goodyear Endurance tire. Has a nice Alliance logo on the rims there. And we have a MORryde CRE 3000 suspension system with the added reinforcement there with that steel beam that's running there secured to the frame. So that is going to be something that not all fifth wheel RVs have, that adds a lot of strength and rigidness to that structure there. You have a 4-point electric auto leveling system. We have a ladder to get up onto the roof already installed. I really think it's a gimmicky thing when other fifth wheel RV manufacturers just give you a little bracket where you could purchase an additional ladder, where obviously everybody's going to want the ability to get up onto their roof. So I really like that Alliance has stuck true to giving you a ladder straight from the manufacturer. You have spray ports all around this fifth wheel RV that have hot and cold water going to them, where you can control the temperature on that. 3,000 pound rated hitch that you can tow off of if you want to. And then it is prepped to add a backup camera. Up on the roof, we have 2 air conditioners here, and then we have a 200 watt solar panel here as well. And then we have our seals on here. Everything looks good on this roof. Just always know with your roofs, from day one of purchasing an RV, you should be checking the seals and seams up here on the roof and maintaining these over time, because roof leaks in an RV are fully preventable, but it does take due diligence as an RV owner to keep up with maintaining these over time. Along your non-camp side, just one slide out over here, and this is such a little touch, but really nice that they add these catches here that make sure that your seals here are orientated in the right direction as that slide goes in and out. Without those, it's very easy for them not to get caught properly and to be staying inside when they should be flapped out or whatever it may be. And getting your hand all the way up there to fix that is not always easy. So appreciate those already being installed. Most fifth wheel RVs will not have that. Underneath here, fully enclosed underbelly. All your water tanks and water lines are above the enclosed underbelly with your 12-volt heat pads. Spot to store your sewer hose, and you have a gray tank dump valve right here for the kitchen sink, plus your spare tire under there. Through frame rack and pinion style slide out box for this slide out. And then we have another dump valve right here. This is going to be for your black and gray tanks for your bathroom. And then all of your valves themselves are up in the underbelly so that no water will get to these areas where it can freeze, making this more of a true 4-season style camper. Tankless GE profile water heater. And then right here, they have the Nautilus water management system. You have your slide out control there, and you have quick and easy access to all of your water lines back through here. And they're using PEX plumbing with plastic fittings on those. And you have individual shutoff valves on water lines here as well. Also, just a nice magnet latch to catch that when it's up against that space right there. LED light strip through here, aluminum framing. You have wrapped subflooring underneath here so you don't see the subflooring materials, which is nice. And you have heat ducting running through this space. And here on this side of the storage compartment, that's where we have our awning switch there. And then you have your other Starlink inlet port right there as well for any Starlink equipment plus your outlet. You have a marine grade flooring right here, and then just nice clean look throughout everything in that space. 2 30-pound propane bottles, auto leveling controls there. Storage space up here, plus that's where your battery will go. Your battery disconnect switches are in here, and you have your 15 amp solar charge controller. Kurt Rotaflex pin box. This is going to have a rubber bushing here that absorbs shock as you go up and down the road and over bumps. And then you also have nice finishing up through here. Really nice looking front cap again, and that is pretty much it. So very curious your thoughts. Let me know what you think, and let me find y'all a price estimate real fast. And as of me filming this, we're at that time of year where there's still a lot of 2026 models of these out and available in the market. They're typically somewhere priced around that mid $50,000 range. A new 2027 might be closer to that $60,000, $65,000 range until those 2026 models are gone. That's all I got for y'all. Appreciate you watching, and until next time, live firmly unbound.